How's it going, everyone? I'm Venomous Stare, back with game 2 of a best of 5 between Scarlett and Maru. I am on a suboptimal microphone setup because of motherboard issues, but we're going to get through it. This is Maru, the Prince of Marines, up on the north side of Vanny Research Station. His opponent is the Canadian, the Queen of Blades, Scarlett, who is currently down 1-0. She went for a very aggressive Roach Ravager play on Habitation Station. This is a build that is very common amongst European Zergs, but Maru was able to hold it off. He got a Cyclone out, he saw it with the Reaper, it wasn't really an issue. And Maru is going to be going for my personal favorite build, CC First. Now this is a build that really gives you the best economy you can possibly have as Terran, and you do give up a little bit whenever you don't make the Reaper. The bigger this choke is that you have to wall in, the bigger risk it is. But on maps like Vanny Research Station and Honor Grounds, where there is a pocket base, what I mean by that is you have one ramp that leads outside and then you have a base inside of your main that is kind of protected by this one ramp out here. In other words, you don't have to expand out here and then wall in a whole other ramp as well as your main. So a lot of good players will go CC first on these maps because there's really no reason to go Reaper. Even though the Reaper's good at defending cheese, if you just wall in, you really can't die to most cheese. So we see Scarlett here has taken a very quick base, and she will probably get Ling speed very quickly here. There it is. As Chris Christie would say, there it is, there it is, there it is. But back in Camp Maru, he's making a factory, he's going reactor. I imagine this will be Hellions. Of course, he has a CC of his own. Income tab shows him dead even. Scarlett's pumping drones, getting double queen. And Scarlett's going to take a quick third. Overlord being chased off. The factory is about to finish for Maru. He has another factory coming up as well. And with the reactor, this might be that cutesy little 2-factory push where the player goes Hellions and Cyclones, and with double Hellion on the way, it's still not really clear because Hellions are so good and so standard. But with another reactor on the way, I really suspect that that is the build order of choice here for Maru. This is a build that I've actually done a lot on ladder that's very strong. Now, one of the main points of deviation is when you actually get your armory, because once you get the armory, not only is +1 very good with Cyclones, but Hellbats are incredibly powerful, and you can't have Hellbats until you have an armory. And Maru is going to be making a Hellion here, and as soon as it finishes, he might lift. And he does preemptively lift off his barracks there, so it is going to be a 2-factory play here, as we see 2 Cyclone being produced, and the Hellions are coming out, and this is a great play. So basically the whole thing about the armory is once you get the armory and it completes, you can turn your Hellions into Hellbats, and that is a huge power spike because you can catch Zerg off guard oftentimes and just devastate them, because Hellions are very good harassment units. They are very good at getting into the mineral line and doing damage to Zerg drones. Well, it's the current year, you know, it's 2017, and Zerg players aren't really losing games to Hellion run-bys anymore like they were in 2010 and 2011. As we see Carapace upgrades and range attack upgrades on the way for Scarlett, and a Roach Warren. It looks like she's going to be going Roach here. So Zerg players aren't really going to lose to Terran players just making some Hellions, because opening Hellions has been standard for so long, and Scarlett is going to see the 2-factory play, so that's valuable. But here comes the push, and the armory is about to finish. It's about 80% done. And here's the problem. Scarlett's Roach Warren is a little bit over halfway completed, and as soon as these Hellbats or as soon as these Hellions turn into Hellbats, Scarlett really can't deal with them unless she has Queen Roach. And Lings are really terrible against Hellbats, whereas Mass Speedling is okay against Hellion as long as you can get a surround. But even if you surround Hellbats, it's useless, so here comes Scarlett. She's going to try to run in, but there's Hellbats here, and she might just die to this 5.5 minute 2 factory push here as the spine goes down, and 9 roaches, 10 roaches on the way for Scarlett. But Maru is a top tier Korean pro gamer. He's known to hit timings like this, and he's doing a lot of damage here to the Queen of Blades. He's going to start picking up drones here. He's pressuring the third base. The roaches are going to mercifully hatch for Scarlett here, but she has taken a lot of damage. She is down in supply. Maru, remember, has a third. If he kills this third, it could be curtains for our Canadian Zerg, and she could be going down 2-0 in this best of 5. Hellions are coming out here, roaches and drones surrounding the Terran army, but the Terran army is still fighting relatively efficiently. Great micro here from Maru. Nice drone pickup there from Scarlett, using the drones to trap the unit there, the Cyclone. But the Hellbats are still alive. Roaches aren't actually very good units, especially whenever they're 0-0, and 1-1 just now finished for Scarlett, but she's at 60 supply. As soon as her third base dies, she is dead, because a player like Maru will never lose with a base advantage like this, and he's making more factories, and Scarlett is so behind right now. Maru is about to take a 2-0 lead, and Scarlett is at 60 supply, and I know it sounds like I might be calling it prematurely, but with no third base, Scarlett doesn't have a chance, and there she goes, she GG's. Remember, no layer tech here for Scarlett either, so she couldn't get Roach speed, she couldn't get Spire tech, she couldn't get Baneling speed. She lost despite the fact she was going into Roach. Maru hit a beautiful timing, and this third base on Vanny is actually a very strong base to attack for Terran with this unit comp, because you can walk Hellbats right here when Zerg is trying to rally out from both bases. So if you enjoyed that, subscribe for more. Maru, the Prince of Marines, is up 2-0. You don't want to miss the third game, and potentially subsequent games if Scarlett can manage to clutch it.